So if y'all can actually hear me. I'm talking to myself. I'm testing the stream. No, y'all can actually hear me. Well, you can hear me. Look at that. All right. We have streamed. Go figure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to JC Sports Replays. It's been a while. Wanted to test out a little action PC stream here on. Hey, JT. Been okay, man. Been okay. How are you? Testing out a little action PC streaming before I go to work this morning as I have my cup of coffee. Got a new laptop and it's working pretty well, so I wanted to see how the streaming goes with some PC for a change. So we're just going to I just installed this, so I don't have any pictures or anything really set up, but what I'm planning on doing is playing up to date pretty quickly with the 1972 season by just playing a game a day. And then basically going to be playing some catch up as we get into football season. I'm going to play out the remainder of the 1972 sports season. And I think I'm going to do that over morning coffee for the most part. So possibly record some videos, but basically we get to pick one game a day. I like Seaver and Ellis right there for sure. Here's my Yankee one. Blyleven and Holtzman's a good one too. Marichal and Wilson. That's actually a really good game. So this is 72. We're gonna start with Tom Terrific and get a quick game in before I go jump in the shower and head to work. So just see how this works. Um, Figure out if I have the camera in a good place, all that good stuff. So border screen. Actually, I guess we'll do full screen. It's gonna look better. Yeah, let's just leave everything as is for now. We have sound. That's fine. Play by play. The park image is default Camden, so that's not great. Who's this at? New York is home. Let's see if we have a decent park image for. We'll just go ahead and add that there. Carlton and Jenkins, Phillies, Cubs. We might play a couple of the opening day matchups. I'm already in here doing this one, right? So, estimated pitch counts may be lower in the early season until arms get stretched out. That's fine. Let's load the lineup for April 15th. I wish it would do this automatically. I don't know if there's a way to make it do this automatically, but. Well, quickly looking at Pittsburgh, we've got Stennett at second leading off, Oliver in center, Clemente in right, Startling left, Hebner at third, Sanguian is catching, Bob Robertson, the first baseman, seventh, Hernandez at short, and Ellis the pitcher. And for the Mets, it's Harrelson, Boswell, Agee, Staub, Jones, Fregosi, Cranepool, Grody, and Seaver. Without further ado, we'll get this pitcher's duel started. Areas of percentage by clicking on the box. Well, that's cool. I did not know. So these guys making their opening day start, so you can see Ellis was 15 and 7 at 2.70, and Seaver at 21 and 12, 2.92.
Pitching for New York, Tom Seaver. Leading off for
Just want to see.
Second baseman, Rennie Stennett.
Move my camera up a little bit. Perhaps increase the size a little? What do you think? Or should we put it down here over the controls? Because nobody cares about that, right? I think that'll work. View all player cards by left-clicking on the playing field. That's good to know. We're pretty much going to do quick pitch for most of this. So here's Stennett against Seaver. Be better when I get pictures rolled. That looks like a strikeout,
Center
folks.
fielder, Al Oliver.
Yeah, all right. Here's Oliver. Like I said, this is going to be a quick one. It's hit in the air toward right. Well hit. Looks like routine. It's a little slow.
Right fielder, Roberto.
So Staub makes the catch, and there's two away. Here's Clemente. This one's hit on the ground toward short. Ranging. Looks like it's going to be fielded by the third baseman on to first in time to get Clemente, and that's 3 outs quickly.
Pitching for Pittsburgh, Doc Ellis.
Here's Ellis against Harrelson.
Shortstop.
Forgive my impromptu,
Harrelson.
very quick play-by-play. I only have about 20 minutes or so. This one's grounded back to Ellis and on to first, in time to retire Harrelson for the first out.
Second baseman, Ken Boswell.
Here's Boswell. Grounded towards second. Oh, never mind, line towards second into the outfield for a base hit. Drops in front of the center fielder. He scoops it and fires into the cutoff man.
Center fielder.
Boswell's got himself a base hit. Here's A.G. Not a hit-and-run guy. So Ellis delivers. This one's on the ground toward the left side. Looks like it'll be fielded by third baseman. On to second for one. And does not turn it in time. So fielder's choice, A.G. on at first. And that'll bring up Staub. And Staub down on... Oh, no. Staub draws a base on balls. Pardon me. I feel like John Sterling. It's like I'm not even watching the game. In all fairness, I'm not great at interpreting this chalkboard. Probably speed the chalkboard up a little bit, add pictures. That'll add a lot to the stream, I think. So with runners on first and second and 2 outs, here's Cleon Jones. The pitch to Cleon. Lofted towards center. Well hit. And very slow.
Left
caught.
fielder, Willie Stargell.
So Cleon hits it hard, but to no avail. And let's take a quick look at if we can speed up the chalkboard just a bit, right? Let's try that. The Seaver will face Stargell, Hebner, and Sanguillen. Here's Stargell. That's better. Fouls this one off to the left side. That'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes on Stargell. Seaver's set, comes again, and strikes him out.
Baseman, Richie.
Stargell was crossed up there, and there's one down. Here's Ricky Hebner. Off to toward center. Jones is on his horse and makes the play.
Catcher, Manny.
2 down, and here's Sanguillen, a .298 hitter. And this one's chopped foul. So Sanguillen back in the box, 0-2. Seaver set the pitch. Sanguillen makes contact, drives it out toward shallow center field. Back on it is the second baseman, and caught for the third out. So here's Fregosi leading off for the Mets. It'll be Fregosi, Kranepool, and Grody. Still no score, bottom of the second. This one's lofted out toward left. It's going. It's gone. Jim Fregosi turns on Doc Ellis curveball. And hits it 377 feet away for his first homer of the season. I can switch to computer manager on the screen as well if you like. I like managing both. So Fregosi with his first homer. And here's Kranepool. That's a line drive. Going to be a base hit into right center field. And Kranepool's on at first. He can move a little bit. Not a big base stealer. Grote is a 5-hit and run, which isn't great. But we're going to give it a shot. Grounded to the right side, does his job. He's going to move the runner. Taken unassisted by Robertson, and here is Seaver with 1 out and Kranepool on second. Tom, a 146 hitter. Very good bunter. In fact, I think we'll bring infield in at the corners. We're going to have Seaver hit away, though. And he's down on strikes, never mind. So 2 outs now, Kranepool in scoring position, and here's the pitch. To Boswell. Not to Boswell. Pardon me, to Harrelson.
Bob Robertson.
Who grounds out for the 3rd out. But the Fregosi homer puts the Mets ahead 1-0. How's the stream quality, Dutch? Looking all right? So here's Robertson. His first at bat. Seaver delivers, and down on strikes is Robertson. 92-mile-an-hour fastball on the outside corner. 3rd strikeout for Seaver. This one's grounded to the right side. Hernandez, fielded by Kranepool, and that's the 2nd out, unassisted. Here's the pitcher, Doc Ellis. Gets the bat on the ball, grounds it up the middle to Harrelson, who fires to first for the 3rd out. So a quick 1-2-3 for Seaver, as is his habit. And here's Ellis to Boswell. Ken's 1 for 1 with a base hit. Gets the bat on the ball here, drives it to center. Looks playable. And Oliver runs it down for the 2nd out of the inning. Looks fine. Thanks, brother. Here's A.G. A.G. drives this one. Foul down the right field line. Clemente running for it, but I think he'll run out of room. Well, apparently he ran into the stands, but couldn't get there. Roberto getting to know some of the New York faithful. Hey, Jay. Be a good girl, baby. There's a line drive in the left field. A base hit. Base hit for A.G. And here's Staub. Poor play on Jackie Hernandez. He should have had that one, but it got past him. No error, but should have been well within his range, and it was not, as Midgie barks at the Mets, inspiring them to greatness. Here's Staub. And Rusty lays off and draws his 2nd walk of the game, I do believe. 1st and 2nd with just 1 out, and here's Cleon Jones. Fan favorite Cleon. Line drive down the right field line, and this one's foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jones as he steps back in. Ellis sets. And he walks Jones. Jones very patient there. Had 1 and 2 on him and took the next 3 pitches for balls. Now it's bases loaded for Fregosi, who's got a home run today. He's batting 1,000. Ellis fires it in, and forget it. Swing and a miss. Fregosi is down on strikes. 2 down now, and here's Kranepool. Kranepool gets the bat on the ball. Ellis fields himself, fires to first in plenty of time for the 3rd out. So he gets out of trouble, and it's 1-0 after 3 complete. It'll be Stennett, Oliver, and Clemente to face Seaver for the 2nd time. Stennett is 0 for 1. This one's grounded towards Seaver. He takes a few quick steps over to his left, to his right, turns and fires to first in plenty of time to retire Stennett 1 away. Here's Oliver. Oliver bat on the ball out toward right field. Down the line, this could be trouble. It's ranging. It's into the seats and foul. Well, Oliver back in there. 2-2 is the count. Seaver with the pitch. And sit down, Al Oliver. That is the 4th strikeout for Seaver on the day, and here's Clemente 0 for 1 with 2 outs. A line drive back up the middle, past Seaver, fielded by the 2nd baseman Fregosi on to first in time. Well, Seaver with another 1-2-3, and here's Ellis trying to keep it where it is. The Mets lead 1-0, bottom of the fourth. It's Jerry Grote coming up to bat. On the ground, left side, right at the third baseman. Fires to first, and it's past him. It's past him at first. Let's see who they give the error to. That was a high throw by Ebner, and he'll take his first error of the season. He had to range a little bit for that one and just overthrew it. Went over Robertson's head and into the seats. So Grote ends up at second, and the Mets have a man in scoring position with just one out. With nobody out, pardon me. We're going to bring the corners in, and you can bet Seaver will be laying down a bunt in this situation. And he gets it down right in front of the plate. The catcher pounces on it. Sanguillen down to first in time to retire Seaver. And over to third goes Grote. Well, here's Harrelson. Harrelson, a decent punter. I think they play the infield here. I think they're going to go halfway. So Ellis to Harrelson. Harrelson gets the bat on this one. Fly ball to center. Could be deep enough. Will he tag? Should we send Grote home? Yes, 64% chance. The throw. It's offline, and Grote is safe. Tags up, and it's 2-0 New York. Oh, that one almost hit Keith Olbermann's mom. Well, 2 outs now. The Mets lead by 2, and here's Boswell. Lofts this one out to left. Fairly deep, but looks playable. And Stargell makes the catch for the third out. So we'll go to the fifth. The Mets lead 2-0. Here's Stargell leading off, followed by Hebner and Sanguillen. On the ground, right side. Line drive, I should say. And that's a base hit. The first hit of the day. The first base runner of the day. Oh, I'm lying. Staub didn't even have to move. I thought that one was dropping in, but I misread it here on the radio. And Staub makes the catch for the first out. Well, here's Hebner. Now that we have the jinx on. Crowder down to third side. Poor play, and oh, he's safe. What are they going to say? Ebner gets the infield hit, and the jinx was on as Fregosi throws that one a little offline. It took a minute to get out of his glove and took Kranepool off the bag, and they give Hebner the hit. And that's a shame. That breaks up the early no-no for Seaver. Well, Hebner is anchored to first, and here's Sanguillen. Sit down, Manny. 5th strikeout for Seaver. And here's Bob Robertson with 2 outs, and Hebner on first. Grounder back up the middle should be fielded no problem by Harrelson on to first. In time for the out. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. It's Agee, followed by Staub and Jones. And Agee is plunked. Ellis came inside trying to get him off the plate, and Agee couldn't get out of the way. So Tommy's down at first, and here's Staub, who's a pretty good hit-and-run guy. Let's see if they put it on. They do. Agee's on the move, grounded towards second. That should get the runner over. And it does. Agee to second. Staub does his job, and here's Cleon with an RBI opportunity. Cleon's 0 for 1 today. On the ground to the left side. Oh, wow. What the hell's going on there? It hit the runner. Agee's out. And Jones gets credit for a single. Go figure. A weird one here on opening day in New York. Well, Jones is on now with 2 outs. As Agee is retired on the odd play. And here's Fregosi. Out on the interference call by the runner. Fregosi gets this one through the left side. They will send Jones to third. Berra sending him. And they will not try to nail him. They'll hold the runners at first and third, and that's going to bring up Kranepool. With an RBI opportunity, 2 outs. The Mets have 6 hits and 2 runs in, looking for more against Ellis. This one's grounded to second. And it looks like he bobbles it. Everybody's going to be safe. The run's going to score. Everybody moves up. And the second error of the day today on Rennie Stenton. A bad play there. He just couldn't make the pick. And the Mets now lead 3-0 and have runners in scoring position with 2 outs for Grote. Well, and Ellis walks Grote. Might be time for a mound visit, folks. 86 pitches. Let's see what his pitch count estimate was. Why can't I find it? 110. Well, he's probably fine. So 3-0 New York. The bases are loaded, and Seaver is up. The only saving grace for Ellis. Seaver gets bat on the ball, and if the Pirates don't clean up their defense, this could be another run. Fires it to first in time. Seaver retired, and they get out of trouble, but they score another run. Seneca charged with 2 errors on the same play. It felt like it, didn't it? So Seaver back on the mound. He'll pitch to Hernandez, who's 0 for 1. Lofted to center by Jackie. Roaming over is Jones and makes the play. Great play by Jones. By Agee, a diving catch. And he steals a base hit. Here's Ellis. Yeah, they're going to stretch him out at least one more inning. And Seaver takes advantage with his 6th strikeout of the day. Here's Stennett. He's got something to make up for here leading off. Grounder left side. Fielded by the third baseman, Fregosi on to first in time to retire Stennett. A 1-2-3 for Seaver again. And the Mets will come up with the top of the order to try to add to their lead. Here's Harrelson. Checking my time here. 7:18. We're in good shape. Harrelson's out for the first out on a grounder. 6-3. Here's Boswell. This one's grounded back to Ellis. Takes his time and flips to first. In time to retire Kenny for the second out. Here's Agee, 1 for 2 today. And he walks him. So Agee down to first, and here's Rusty Staub. Staub's 0 for 1, made a spectacular play on a start-to-the-line drive an inning and a half ago. This time he sits down on the Ellis curveball, though. So no runs, no hits, no errors. We'll go to the 7th. Pittsburgh still scoreless. The Mets with 3. And Seaver will try to keep him there. It's going to be Oliver, Clemente, and Stargell. Here's the grounder by Oliver to shortstop Harrelson. To Cranepool in time. 1 away. Clemente 0 for 2. This one's hit toward center, medium deep. A few steps short of the warning track and taken in by Agee for the second out. Well, here's Willie. He's hit the ball hard and come up for naught thus far. That'll be lofted out toward right field. It looks playable for Cleon, and he's there. We're the third out. We'll go to the 7th inning stretch. Take a brief station break for some sipping of coffee. Thank you for joining me this morning, folks. JC Sports Replay is here. Some Action PC Baseball live from New York City, Shea Stadium, Flushing, Queens. It's opening day 1972. We'll be ripping through the 1972 season a day at a time, a game at a time, as we head for football season and a big 1972 Action PC football season coming up. That'll be our Sunday broadcasts as we get into September. Well, here's Cleon Jones. Ellis is okay. He's thrown 100 pitches. They're going to see if they can get him through the 7th. He's got a 3-0 deficit. And Jones is 1 for 2. Line drive toward the left and caught. Nice play by Ebner. And Jones is retired. Here's Fregosi with 1 out. Jam a chopper, and that'll be foul. Fregosi 2 for 3 today, including his first homer. They got the Mets on the board. This one's lined up the middle. That'll be his 3rd base hit. Fergosi's got himself a base hit, a single, hit number 3 for the veteran Fregosi. And with 1 out, here's Cranepool. Grounded to the right side, second base. Great play by Stennett. Over to short for 1, on to first for the double play. Stennett making up a little bit for his miscues today. Here's Seaver. Coming into the 8th, Seaver's thrown 88 pitches. It's opening day, but that's still very reasonable. And here's Richie Ebner, 1 for 2 today. And a base on balls. Is that the first walk of the day for? It is. First walk of the day for Tom Terrific. And here's Sanguian. Man, he's 0 for 2. This one's on the ground, left side. Will they be able to turn 2? Fielded by Fregosi. Over to second for 1. They will not. They will not get Sanguian at first. So 1 down on the fielder's choice. And here's Robertson, who's 0 for 2. Wow, that was quick. Swung at a bad pitch on the 0-2 count, and Robertson retired. Seaver's 7th strikeout of the day. Here's Jackie Hernandez. Chopper back up the middle. Taken by Boswell, and he steps on the bag to retire the side. Looks like Ellis has had enough. Now, let me remember how to do this. Who's coming up? We've got 2 righties and a switch. And they're in the hole, but not too big a hole. Looks like a Bob Miller-sized hole.
Pitching for Pittsburgh,
Bob Miller will come in to pitch the 8th. And right now, there'll be no 9th unless the Pirates can get on the board in the 9th. Not looking good against Seaver the way he's pitching today. He's only allowed 1 hit and 1 walk. But anyway, the Mets get their chance first. Here's Grote, 0 for 2. Well, Miller says, sit down, Grote, make it 0 for 3. Here's Seaver. Tom's got 106 pitches. They're going to let him try to finish with the shutout intact. Well, Miller strikes out the first 2 batters he faces, albeit Grote and Seaver. Relatively easy targets if you're thinking about it, but Miller only struck out 18 and 54 1/3, so he's off to an incredible start to his season. Here's Harrelson. 0 for 3 is Bud. On the ground toward short. Fielded and bobbled there. That's bobbled by Hernandez, and the 4th error of the day for the Pirates. Harrelson on at first. Are they automatically holding them? I can't tell. Let's see. Guard the lines. No, we're just going to call it normal. I assume he's held. How do I know if he's held? Yeah, nothing changes. So here's the pitch, and Harrelson's going to try to take this bag. Fired down by Stennett, and he's out! Good throw by Stennett.
Bob Miller.
Ill-advised by Harrelson, but here we go. Well, Miller's due to lead off. Obviously, that's not going to happen. We'll need a pinch hitter against the righty Seaver. Who are they going to bring in? It's like Vic Davalillo.
Pinch hitting for Pittsburgh.
Davalillo comes on in and pinch hit. So Seaver set. 3-0 lead to work with here in the 9th. And Davalillo is ready. Gets his bat on this one, pops it up to the right side, foul territory, over by the stands, and out of reach for Kranepool. They'll reset. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Davalillo. Here's the payoff pitch. Lofted to center. Should be no problem for AG, and he's there. Makes the catch. 1 away. Pirates down to 2 outs now. Here's Stennett. Grounded to the right side, and that'll get through. A base hit for Stennett. He rounds first, but retreats as the throw comes in. So Rennie Stennett is on. Here's Al Oliver. Well, they need 3, so hit and run is not really an option here. Seaver with the pitch. A line drive. That's going to be through to the right side unless Staub gets it again. They're going to hold everybody. Station to station baseball. And Seaver looking a little tired, folks. A little tired. And on opening day, they might have a mound visit. How's this work? Is there a mound visit option? I forget. There we go. Seaver looks tired. Well, that's quite all right. They've got this pretty good guy in the bullpen here by the name of Tug McGraw. And they're going to bring him in for Seaver. So Tom tried to get
Pitching for New York,
through the ninth, but it's opening day, and Yogi Berra is not going to make him embarrass himself. His pitch count is a little low in the early going. So here's McGraw against Clemente. Clemente happy to see anybody but Seaver up there. Gets a bat on the ball, drives this one out towards center field. It is well hit but high. Drifting back is AG, and he'll make the catch on the track. Tagging is Stennett, and he'll move on to third. So first and third, 2 down now, and it's up to Stargell. Well, Willie could tie this game up. It was a standing O for Seaver for sure. Mets faithful happy to see Tom Terrific in midseason form on opening day. Well, here's the dangerous Stargell. In real life, 33 homers. Today, so far, 0 for 3. McGraw delivers Stargell. A line drive, right side. That's going to get a run in. It drops in front of Staub. Oliver is on his way to third. They'll hit the cutoff man and hold Stargell to a single. But the Pirates are on the board. And McGraw has his work cut out for him. Now he's got Hebner to deal with. Richie's 1 for 2 on the day. He's got some pop, too. A mistake by McGraw, and this one could go the other way quick. Well, McGraw's set. Hebner waits. Stargell on first. Runner on third. 90 feet away. That run doesn't matter. That's a line drive up the middle. Going to drop in front of AG. And now it's 3-2 as the run scores and Stargell makes it over to third. RBI single for Hebner, and now here's Sanguillen against McGraw. This is not good news. Well, Manny's 0 for 3. Boy, are they happy to see anybody but Tom Terrific on the mound, aren't they? An exciting ball game here. McGraw, this one's grounded. Third toward for Grossi. No, it's over his head. It's a line drive into the corner. This could be extra bases. The game will be tied. Forget it. They're ahead. A triple. A triple by Sanguillen. And just like that, it is 4-3 Pittsburgh. Oh, my. And Seaver can only throw his glove in disgust in the dugout, and he stalks off into the showers. He can't believe it. Well, Yogi tried to let him get through it, and they're paying for it. McGraw could not get through the heart of this Pittsburgh order. And here's Bob Robertson with another run just 90 feet away. This one looked like a foregone conclusion. And finally, the third out. The Mets now, they're going to have to face the Pirates closer, Giusti.
Pitching for Pittsburgh, Dave Giusti.
And that's going to be it for Stargell. They're going to bring in Kleins as the new left fielder. They're going to bring in Alley as the third baseman. And everybody else is going to stay the same. I think. Yep, they're not changing anything else, so. Well, it's up to the 2, 3, 4 hitters for New York. How about that? Indeed. Here's Boswell, AG, and Staub. It's Kenny Boswell against Dave Giusti. He's 1 for 4 today. We might actually pinch hit for Boswell here. Giusti's a righty. Got a few options. Get that on base for versus righties for Garrett. Or you could go right for the throat with Milner. That actually might be the play. I'm going to bring in Milner's power here. Let's see if he gets a mistake from Giusti to tie this one up. Well, never mind. He's down on strikes. That was the danger there. Here's AG. Again, righty on righty. They might Now we'll go to Marshall or Garrett. Just looking at all my options. I'm going to bring in Wayne Garrett to hit for AG. Get that lefty-righty matchup. They just need a base runner. Well, Justy's not going to allow one. That's 2 strikeouts and 2 batters. Well, here's Staub. You know he's going to hit. The Mets' final chance. Staub gets a bat on the ball, drives this one out toward left center field. Going back on it is center fielder Oliver, and he runs it down for the final out. So well hit by Staub, but with nobody on, all he could do was swing for the fences, and he fell a little short, ladies and gentlemen. And Tom Seaver, a heartbreaker today. He will not take the loss. I do believe it'll go to, what's his name? Tug McGraw. And it looks like the win's going to go to Miller. And the save will go to Giusti, if I'm right.
Final score from Shea Stadium, Pittsburgh 4, New York 3.
That's
Bob
correct.
Miller is the winner.
Win
He
for
is now
Miller.
1-0. Tug McGraw is the loser.
That was quite a
He
ball
is
game.
well
An interesting
0-1.
opening day matchup. I
Just
may have
like Mr.
mismanaged
Shea,
things by leaving Seaver in that long, but
Jim Fregosi
listen,
hit
that's what I
home
would do
run
if I was the
number 4 on
manager, and
season.
we're stuck with my
Top of the
managerial
road,
skills in this
2
replay.
hours, 50 minutes.
Yeah, we know all that. We're not too worried. Player of the game goes to Hebner. Fregosi was New York's standout. And that's pretty much all I have time for, folks. I have to be at work in about 15 minutes. So thank you very much for hanging out with me today. We'll try to do this again real soon. This is Joe from JC Sports Replays, wishing you a great day. Thanks for joining me for some coffee and baseball on this lovely Monday morning.